Illustrated Kobe Bryant Special Retirement Issue. I got this issue roughly around 8 years ago in 2016, in Kobe Bryant's final year. The day was January 22nd, 2016. And coincidentally, that was the 10-year anniversary of when Kobe dropped 81 points against the Toronto Raptors. So, they were giving these out, I believe, throughout the year. I'm not entirely sure, but I ended up getting 2 types of issues. And perhaps another day I'll do a reading of the other one. But for now, we're going to go over some of the pages in this issue. So from the bottom, from kid to champ to leader to legend, 2 decades of photos and stories from his life. I grew up a really big Lakers fan, and obviously a Kobe fan as well. So we have the lineup, the table of contents. Kobe Bryant leading off his moment of send by the numbers. Kobe the kid. I'm not gonna go through every single thing in here, so I'll go over the main points. Kobe the champion, Kobe the leader, and then Kobe the legend. Eye of the Mamba. In the summer of 2014, Bryant was battling back from an Achilles injury. Here we have Kobe Bean Bryant wearing his number 8 jersey. Heirloom. Bryant led the Western Conference with 19 points, including 2 with high-flying gusto at the 2001 All-Star Game in Washington, but he passed up the last shot. Tim Duncan missed an 11-footer, and the East won 111-110. It was the second of 6 times in 18 All-Star appearances that Bryant was West's top scorer. Tim Duncan, the greatest power forward of all time, and there is no dispute in that. Kobe Bryant looking very stylish. I have no idea why he has an NYPD hat on. I guess he is originally from the East Coast, but still. I guess this is weird. In New York City, to face the Knicks in February 2002, Bryant grabbed pizza in Midtown and repaired to the Plaza Hotel for some pre-game R&R. He would score 27 points in 107-91 victory, while Shaquille O'Neal went for 3rd in what would be their last season as champions. So we can safely say this was in 2002. Oh, it says right there. There's the box of pizza down here. There we go, another Kobe Bryant. Young Kobe Bryant. Crossover appeal. In the winter of 2001, Bryant posed for this Adidas ad at Angels Gate Park in LA. Not only did he earn $323 million in salary over his NBA career, but he also made $357 million more in endorsements from McDonald's, Nike, Sprite, and a host of other brands. Oh, I love this photo. It's a very good photo. Finals Flink. Down 3-2 against Rajon Rondo and arch rival Celtics in 2010. Bryant bumped 26 points to lead LA to an 89-67 rout at Staples Center. 2 nights later, the Lakers avenged their loss to Boston in the 2008 finals, erasing a 13-point third-quarter deficit to an 83-79. Although Bryant struggled from the floor 6 of 24, he led all scorers with 23 points and pulled down to 15 rebounds in his last game in an NBA championship series. So here, as you can see, we have Bryant on Rondo. And here's KG looking kind of amazed. And so is our boy Paul Pierce. Oh, that's a beautiful face. Sea level. A People's Liberation Army soldier. Walked past a billboard featuring Kobe giant mug in Beijing during November 2000. Foreign companies have begun increasing their profiles in China, anticipating that the nation would join the World Trade Organization. Ryan is by far the most popular American. Interestingly enough, when Kobe joined the 2008 Redeem Team, it kind of showed his popularity in a worldwide sense, given that when they were in China, they were very much flocked at the idea of seeing Kobe Bryant more than any of the stars in that team, including LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony. I remember watching that Beijing Olympics as a 12-year-old at the time, and I never stopped watching any of the events during that time. It was such an amazing Olympics. Here we go. Here's a moment of zen before a farewell tour that sometimes resembled a religious revival. Kobe Bryant embraced all aspects of his kaleidoscope career, not just the triumphs, but also the struggles. I'm not gonna go over this one right now, but as you can see, we have a locked in Kobe Bryant. We're probably going over just the major captions that show on these pages, because going through all of them will take about 20 years, roughly. If Jordan represented basketball perfection, Bryant emphasized the imperfections. He minded his vulnerability. Okay. Here we have a page of Kobe Bryant by some of the numbers. I'll go through some of these numbers here. So, Kobe Bryant has 833 career wins, which is 14 more than Shaq. I love how they had to include that little detail. Right here, we have a quarterly report. So as it says, it breaks down Bryant's scoring by period. In the first quarter, he dropped 6,421 points. The second, he dropped 5,386. Third quarter, he dropped 64. 6,038 points in the fourth. And in overtime, 329. Interesting, that doesn't sound like a lot, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, it actually is a good amount of points for the overtime. Here we go. Here we have some primetime matchups. So how Bryant's best years stacked up against those of his rivals. Of course, they put up Michael Jordan. So Kobe Bryant, from 2000, 2001 to 2000, 2002, 28.5 points per game, 5.8 rebounds, 5.2 assists, and a 45.6 field goal percentage. Michael Jordan did 32.9 basketball at that point, but I was roughly about 6 years old, so I don't really remember much, to be fair. But all I remember was Kobe growing up and Michael Jordan and his decline. And his decline wasn't necessarily a decline when he still averages 20 points per game, but and Allen Iverson, 98, 99, 2006, 2007, 29.2 points per game, 3.9 rebounds, 6.1 assists, and 42%. That's interesting to see the 6.1 assists by Allen Iverson. It's very funny to see with all these shooters that a lot of times their most valuable asset is also their assists. Very interesting to see that. 42% isn't necessarily the greatest, but it's Allen Iverson. One of the most iconic NBA players of our generation. Tracy McGrady, 2000, 2001 to 2007, 2008. 26.3 points per game, 6.4 rebounds, 5.5 assists, a 43% field goal percentage. And here we have LeBron James. 28.2 points per game, 7.4 rebounds, 7.0 assists, and a field goal of 50.4, which to me makes Michael Jordan's 51.3% even more astounding. Because LeBron, especially early on in his career, very much relied going into the paint and not 3-point shooting. To see that Michael Jordan has a 51% based off almost purely jumpers, mid-range, is honestly pretty astounding, to be fair. So that was that. Next one is 0 players besides Bryant who have suited up for 20 seasons with the same team. I believe that has changed in today's age because Tim Duncan has also played 20, as well as I believe Dirk Nowitzki. Please fact check me on that, but I believe Dirk Nowitzki has also 20 seasons with the Dallas Mavericks. So here we have is marks of distinction. So right here we have 5,464 is the difference between Bryant's career point total, 33,335, and the combined total of the 6 players drafted immediately ahead of him in '96. Lorenzen Wright, Gary Kittles, Samaki Walker, Eric Dampier, Todd Fuller, and Vitaly Potapenko. Quite frankly, I don't know any of these players. 18 All-Star selections for Kobe, second only to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's 19. That number now has changed as well. LeBron now holds that title, so that means Bryant mows down to third of all time. 290 All-Star points, second only to LeBron's James 291. I do not know exactly what number, if he's still ranked second. Maybe KD is up there. I know Westbrook has had his good fair share of All-Star points, so that number might change as well. And 352 is the distance in feet of the 28 field goals Bryant made on January 22nd, 2006, when he scored 81 points in 122-104 win over the Raptors in LA. That is 21 feet more than the walk from 20 Staples Center to Tom Urban Restaurant. I have eaten at this restaurant. This again was 8 years ago. Do I remember how the food tasted? I believe it was pretty good, but I do not. But I think at this moment I was too excited to watch the game that the food didn't really mean much to me at that point. 35.8%, which is the portion of the total points he scored against Toronto that night, which is an NBA record. 25,925 field goals attempted by Bryant, which is the third most ever. 14,311 field goal he missed, which is an NBA record. Unfortunate, but it's okay. 6,286 assists by Bryant, which is the 28th most ever, which is very impressive when you come to think about Kobe as a pure shooter and nothing more. which is the reason why he won those 2 other championships without Shaquille O'Neal in 2009 and 2010. 48,238 minutes played, which is the 6th most ever. That is 804 hours, or roughly 149 more than it takes the moon to orbit the Earth. A fun fact. 0 career highs by Bryant in 2008 in his MVP season. That's interesting. I might be a little bit biased, but I do believe that he should have won MVP in a couple of seasons, especially the ones that Steve Nash won. Anyway, I digress. 5,640 points scored by Bryant in the playoffs, 3rd behind Michael Jordan and Abdul-Jabbar. Again, that number is probably changed at this point, given that LeBron's is, I believe, number 1 at this point in that list. 8 years is a long time. And then 9 first-team all-defense selections, tied for the most ever with Jordan, Kevin Garnett, and Gary Payton. This is honestly one of the most underrated Kobe stats, in my opinion, given that, especially early on in his career, actually throughout his career, he was always a defensive-minded guard as well, but was never really, seems like never necessarily known for his defense, even though he has those 9 all-team defense selections. But to be in the same sentence as Gary Payton and Kevin Garnett and Jordan as well in terms of defense, I mean, you can't go necessarily wrong with that. Kobe being Bryant. Okay, there we go. Now we have a couple of a couple of rankings as a Laker. So as you can see right here, in terms of points, Kobe Bryant ranks number 1 with 33,335 points. 2nd to Jerry West. 3rd, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 4th, Elgin Baylor. And 5, Magic Johnson. Rebounds. As you can see here, we have Elgin Baylor, 11,463 rebounds. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 10,279. And then Kobe ranks 3rd in rebounds with 7,009. And behind him, of course, is Magic Johnson with 6,559 rebounds. Assists. Magic, of course, comes 1 in assists with 10,141. But Kobe does come 2nd, just ahead of Jerry West with 6,286 assists. Playoff points, really, Kobe ranks all time with 5,640 playoff points. Jerry West 2nd, Kareem 3rd, and Magic Johnson in 4th. Here's a quick stat here. In his time with the Olympics, he 13.6 career scoring average over 18 Olympic Games. In 2008 and 2012, he won gold medals at both games. Fun interesting fact is that Kobe Bryant, while he played with the Olympic team, never lost a single match. He was undefeated during his time as an Olympian. Fun fact. Double identity. How he fared in each of his jersey numbers. As an 8, this is from 96, the year I was born, to 2006. He averaged 23.9 points, 4.5 assists, 5.1 rebounds, and a field goal percentage of 45.1. 2006-2016, he averaged 26.4 points, 5 assists, and 5.4 rebounds. Field goal percentage 44.5%. I apologize. It looks like we are playing some cortisol outside. Anyway, personally, in terms of my favorite between 8 and 24, I grew up very much watching both numbers. I loved 8's tenacity, kind of a ferocious mindset, while 24 was a more calmer Kobe from what I watched. I might well have to go for my 24. I think I have more memories seeing number 24 than I do with number 8. young Kobe Bryant, and when you think of 24, you think of a retired Kobe Bryant. Okay, stars of stars. His scoring history at the mid-season classic. So this just goes over the points that he scored throughout each and every All-Star game. So from 98 to 2016, all these numbers are going to be in order. We have 18, 15, 19, a whopping 31 points, and he ended up winning MVP. 22, 20, 16, 8. Another 31-point performance as for MVP. Nothing here. He had a co-MVP. I wish I remembered exactly who was the other MVP for this one as well. I don't want to say it was Shaq, but it could have been for all I know. I don't remember. Injuries for 2010. 37 MVP. 27, and then this is kind of his drop down at this point with 9, and then covers the Achilles and stuff like that with 2014, 2016, and his last year with 10 points in the All-Star game. 52 is the point scored by Kobe's father, Joe, over 6 NBA seasons. Kobe scored 62 points in 2005-2007. At the time of this recording, actually, his father did pass, I believe. Either it was the 16th or the 15th, but Kobe beat Bryant's father, Joe Bryant, did end up passing, so rest in peace. God bless his mom, his mom and Joe's wife, and nothing but the best for the Bryant family. And here we have Kobe's points per game based off the team that he faced. The burn artist. Wow, Bryant towards every team he was at his most incendiary against the Blazers. We should lift it up a little bit more. So, for points per game, we have Portland with 27.3, Golden State with 27, Toronto tied for second with 27, the Pelicans with 26.9, the Knicks with 26.9 as well, Houston with 26.5, Sacramento with another 26.5, Phoenix with 26.1, Washington 25.8, Utah with 25.6, the Clippers, I really do not like the Clippers, 25.3, Orlando is 25.0, the Celtics 24.8, Denver 24.8 again, the Pacers 24.7, the Grizzlies 24.5, the Heat 24.4, the Thunder 24.4 as well, the Bucks 24.2, the Timberwolves 24.2, the Hornets 24.0, Dallas 24, the Bulls 23.7, the Spurs 23.6, 76ers 23.5, 23.5. The Cavaliers 23.2, the Nets 22.4, or I guess at the time, the New Jersey Nets and the Brooklyn Nets. Oh, I guess a lot of these are different as well. The Hawks 22.3, and what honestly no surprise, the Detroit Pistons 22.2, given that Detroit, especially in the mid 2000s, were notorious for their bad boy Pistons and their rough defense. Let's see what else we have on this. I actually haven't gone through this in years. Kobe. In April 2000, Kobe was 21 and gearing up for his 4th playoff run in as many seasons, not knowing that this one would yield the first of his 5 NBA championships. Oh, that's a really cool photo. Thor Marion with 33. Okay, we're not gonna. So now we're just gonna go through some of these pages here. I guess this is gonna show some of the players drafted in front of him. The 12 players drafted in front of Kobe. I think we both went through some of these as well. Obviously, number 1 is Allen Iverson. The crossover machine. Marcus Camby, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, very not bad company. I didn't know Sharif was third to the Grizzlies. Stephon Marbury, Ray Allen. I forgot this was actually very loaded NBA draft. Peja Stojakovic. We have Steve Nash, Jermaine O'Neal, good old Jermaine O'Neal. Derek Fisher was also in the same class as well. So there's 12 in front of him. 96, again, the year I was born. So what a beautiful year that was. Now we have Magic Johnson, and Kobe Bryant. Young and restless. Kobe Bryant was just a kid when he landed in the NBA, but it didn't take long to settle in and transform the Lakers from the very beginning. Though he was never your typical star, but he was a star. Am I jealous of Shaq? Is he jealous of me? I'm not about that. Brian says no one wants to see him play this way more than me. We got John Stockton over here facing off against a young Kobe. Wow, this will probably be the last page of this. There we go. Is there any context to this photo? I do not know. Okay, LA lost to Malone and Utah in the 98 Western Conference Finals. But it was clear even then the Browns Lakers would be forced to be reckoned with. Okay, yeah, this was the 98. So this was Malone, Morris, and we have John Stockton. And this is, of course,